Yo, good morning. Can we talk about the N word? like, okay. So once again, I'm online and I'm watching a fucking video, and it's a whatever podcast clip, and I guess they're talking about how this one of the white girls that are there, she said the N word in private, and then the guy's reacting to it because YouTube is just a bunch of people reacting to reactions of other people who reacted to a person. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna pander. It's been more than 30 seconds. I'm not gonna pander to you niggas, dog. I don't care. Because you would expect, as me being a black guy, that I'm supposed to get on here and say, oh yeah, they're never supposed to say it, especially not with the ER. Like, nigga, half of you, not even half, more like 95% of you people, whether this is right or wrong, believe, or let's say half of you, most of you people believe or know, let's say no, most of you people know that we're on a ball. Most of you people know that we're on a ball floating through space in an endless void, and you're over here worried about words. like, let's be honest with ourselves, dog. Who decided this? Who decided that white people can't say the N-word? You see, I don't play that game. I don't play that game because I know where it leads to. See, once you say this demographic can't say this, and this different demographic can't say that, it's only a matter of time before that's used on you. Like, they say you can't say retarded anymore. You can't say, some people get mad when you say that's gay. Not referring to a person, just like a situation. Though. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, do you really think that me being a black, full-grown adult give two shits if somebody says a word? You see, life is full of programs. When a white person says the N-word, a program kicks in. A program kicks in, which is manifested as a thought, which then affects your body because you feel a certain way because a white person said a word. Do you really think that I'm gonna let a word have such power over me? You think I'm gonna crash out because because of a word? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't care. If a white girl wants to say the N-word, who gives a shit? Why do I care? I don't know you. Like, being offended because someone said the N-word is a choice. You do realize that, right? We all know words have meanings, multiple meanings, and it depends on how you use said word or the energy that you're putting out when you say a word. The energy that you put out when you say a word changes its usage or its meaning, rather. But so if somebody is white and they're like, say, singing a song and they say the N-word, it has no meaning, it has no power. But if they're mad at me and they're trying to offend me, and they call me the N-word, that's different. Because that's no different than saying fuck you or anything. But that word is so used, I'm so used to it, the program, that it doesn't affect me anymore. I'm grown. I don't give a shit. You can't offend me by saying the N-word. I don't care. I'm not gonna act like I care to make black people happy. Grow the fuck up. It's a word. Let it go. You'd be better off letting it go. Why do you want to hang on to anger? All the shit that happens in a person's life, all the shit that can happen negative to you, and you're hung up on a dumbass fucking word that means nothing. Nothing means nothing. You're a human being. You're supposed to make meaning. That's what you're supposed to do. It's like you're playing by their rules. Like, I don't care that white people used to say that as a derogatory thing to black people. I don't care. It means nothing now. Who gives a shit? And I know you're gonna get mad at me for saying that. But that's because you're emotional. That's it. You're emotional. You're emotionally tied to this program. Well, I'm free. See, you would sit there and you'd be bothered. You would get mad, upset. You would change yourself to fit a situation when it doesn't bother me. I'm like Neo, dodging the fucking agent or blocking the agent. It doesn't matter. And nobody should care. If every time a white person said the N-word, if black people didn't care about it, what would it do to you? It would do nothing. It would have no power. But you give it power. You give it power by constantly reminding them that they cannot say this word. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. It's childish. Let it go. It means nothing now. If we were able to take something derogatory and change it to where it's nothing, that's a win. You already won. We already won. What's up, my nigga? We already won. So why would I bring up old battles? Why would I be fighting in old wars? Because you are trying to offend me. I don't care. It means nothing. There's too much shit going on in the world to worry about certain people saying words, dog. If I'm cool with a white person and they say, what's up, nigga, or whatever, like they use it how I use it, should I say. If I'm cool with a white person and they use the N-word how I use it, why would I be offended? Why would I be so mad that I would beat you up? It's so childish. It's so childish. It's a word, dog. I don't care. Why are we so sensitive as black people? That's why this shit worked in the first place. That's why they do it. They do it to make you feel some kind of way. So if that no longer works, then it's dead. It dies. But you people want to keep this thing alive by constantly bringing it up, like it means something. Like black people are supposed to give a shit. That there's this taboo word out there. Like it's 2024. A lot of things are taboo, in the popular opinion of fools. I'm not one of them. I don't give a shit. You shouldn't care either. It means nothing. I still gotta work and pay bills. What? You think my day is gonna be ruined because I heard you say a word? You think I'm supposed to chime in and join the group of children when somebody says a word because I'm black? My blackness somehow. And then there's people like, well, you don't understand the history of... I don't care about the history. That's why you're stuck in the past, because you can't let it go. Come on, dog. What? You're the prison of the mind, dog. You're in jail right now. No, no, we're not doing that. We move on. We recognize what it is. We accept it, and then we move on. It's not that serious, dog. Who cares? Who the fuck cares? I don't give a shit, and I never will. Because one, if you're saying it in a derogatory manner, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do. It's probably because the rest of your insults didn't work, so you're trying to cut me deep. But I'm telling you, the armor is too thick. You can't. If you call me the N word, I'm going to laugh at you and probably say, "What, nigga?" Like we're like you're grown. Like how long are you gonna let this affect you? And then you try to get more black people on your side by siding with them when it means nothing. There are too many rap songs that say N-word in it for you to be offended by the N-word. It's just like how ladies don't want to be objectified, but you go to the club and listen to objectifying music. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, please. This is a stupid argument. In 2054, you're still gonna be bad because somebody said a word, a word, a word. See. Look, I look at it like this. So, being raised Christian, we were taught not to ever take the Lord's name in vain. So, like when you say "Oh my God" or "God damn," I was taught that that's taking the Lord's name in vain. So I'm walking down the street one day, and this is probably gonna go over a lot of your heads. But I'm walking down the street listening to music, and I'm singing along, and I say "God damn," and then the program kicked in on me, right? The program kicked in, and I started feeling bad. Like, damn, I'm taking the Lord's name in vain. And then he spoke to me. It told me. It said, do you think? It said, do you think that I can be offended? Like, you could offend me? Like, I am God. I made you. Do you think that you could what can you do to offend me? I made everything. Do you think that I'm so tied up in myself that you walking down, like I won't allow you to walk down the street and be happy because you think that you're offending me? Like I won't even allow you to sing a song without being offended? And I don't know if I'm making sense here, but it's like that. This is how I'm trying to explain it the best way I can. Like the feeling that I got after I was offended or after I felt bad. It's like, bro, relax. You think I'm gonna come interrupt your happiness to be petty? No, I wouldn't do that. So that's the lesson that I take. It's like I'm like, okay, you know my intention. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just walking down the street listening to music, being happy. So you think I want to cut that off to remind you that you're offending me? Like, that's retarded. Like, be yourself. Like, be happy. If you're happy, I'm happy. I'm not gonna disrupt your happiness because you think that you're breaking some sacred law about disrespecting my name when that's not even my name. When man named me that, I know I'm going off left here, but I'm bringing it back around. If you have eyes and ears, it's like we're not doing that. It's irrelevant, right? So I take that lesson and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna allow humans to get one up over me by insulting me with some childlike word which means nothing, which I use every day in a neutral context to say hi to somebody. I'm not gonna allow that shit to take over my body and change me into some angry black person because of stereotypes. That's ridiculous. As long as you people allow that shit to affect you, it will affect you. Do you not know how cells work in your body when it comes to a virus? If there's a virus in your body, which most people have viruses in their body, the cell has to read the information, has to feed into the information, and then copy it. If it does not do that, the virus cannot affect you. The cell has to feed into the information and copy the virus and multiply it for you to be sick. If a cell recognizes, hey, this virus does this, do not feed into it. The virus is non-effective. What I'm saying is, your cells in your body are smarter than you are. The N-word is a virus. It is a sickness. And if you allow yourself to be fed into, if you feed into the sickness, it will affect you like everything does. The only way to beat this virus is to ignore it. It's like problem people in your life. If someone is a problem in your life and you allow them to affect you, then they will affect you. If you ignore the problem or address it, whatever, you know what I mean. If you ignore these people, they will have no power over you. Your cells in your body do it all the time. If you ever have the chicken pox, right? And you never have the chicken pox again, it's because your cells in your body has recognized the chicken pox virus, and they told each other, hey, this right here is the chicken pox. Leave this motherfucker alone. Leave it alone. Ignore it. That's why you haven't had the chicken pox anymore. If you ever had the chicken pox 2 times, your cells were dumb enough to fucking read into that shit and copy it, and that's why you got sick again. This is why they say know yourself. There's lessons to be learned by observing yourself. These are one of these lessons. For all you people who are easily offended by this virus, this N-word thing, you are doing you and your body a disservice. Because your body is attached to your thoughts. So when you are affected, when your thoughts are affected, your body is affected. That's why your whole mood changes. That's why you get angry and upset and you want to beat somebody up because they said a word. When if your body was that weak-minded, you would be dead. You would have died a long time ago because your body would have succumbed to petty viruses, which could easily be avoided by ignoring them. But instead, you want to be combative. You would have died. Yeah, this conversation with... I'm just saying, like, come on, Brad. Like, how long are you going to let the same shit bother you? Like, let it go. You'd be better off, man. Don't let these people have control over you. It is nonsense. It is simply a program. That's all it is, a program. You're allowing the program to program you. Can we all grow up, please? Please. I'm going to work.